expert in public health, parasitology, and epidemiology at the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, FUNAB, Professor Sam Olufemi Samwobo, has called for bold, innovative, and compassionate strategies to combat parasitic diseases in Nigeria and worldwide. Delivering the university's 113th inaugural lecture titled "As the Heart Thinks, So It Is: The Story of Parasites" on April 22, 2026, at the Professor Oluwafemi Balogun Ceremonial Building, the scholar described parasitic infections as a major yet often overlooked public health challenge shaped by socioeconomic, cultural, and environmental factors. Drawing from decades of research and community-based engagement, Professor Sam Wobo stressed that addressing parasitic and vector-borne diseases require more than laboratory breakthroughs. He advocated people-centered, context-specific interventions capable of delivering sustainable impact, noting that his work and collaborations have combined clinical research, ecological studies, and socio-behavioral insights, particularly within southwestern Nigeria. He characterized parasites as both ancient enemies and reflections of human vulnerability, arguing that their eradication demands confronting not only biological threats, but also systematic inequalities and behavioral barriers. According to him, transformative thinking remains central to progress, emphasizing that mindset and innovation are critical drivers of public health advancement. To reduce the burden of parasitic diseases, the 113th inaugural lecturer of the university called for stronger thought leadership in public health and the adoption of innovative approaches that challenge conventional limitations. He noted the need for compassion-driven health systems that prioritize vulnerable populations and ensure that research outcomes translate into practical long-term solutions. Professor Sam Wobo, also the president of the Parasitology and Public Health Society of Nigeria, PPSN, further advocated robust interdisciplinary collaboration among scientists, policymakers, and community stakeholders to develop scalable and inclusive interventions. He also highlighted the importance of supporting early career researchers and grassroots practitioners in bridging the gap between scientific discovery and real-world application. On policy, he urged increased national and global commitment to equitable access to diagnostics, treatment, and preventive tools for neglected tropical diseases, stressing that no community should continue to suffer preventable infections due to inadequate resources or attention. Professor Sam Wobo, also the director of the Zoo Park, emphasized the importance of partnerships involving academia, government, non-governmental organizations, and the private sector in achieving sustainable public health outcomes.
That will promote compassion-driven action to integrating empathy into health system design and ensuring that interventions are people-centered. Advocacy for national and international policies that guarantees equitable access to diagnosis, treatment, and prevention measures. We must encourage investment in neglected tropical diseases programs. We must foster partnership for sustainable impact through collaboration between academia, government, NGOs, and private sectors. And also we must embody our vision to be matched with measurable deeds.
He encouraged community-driven initiatives that promote local ownership and long-term success in disease control efforts. In conclusion, he called for deliberate action to match the vision, advocating for expanded field interventions, strengthened monitoring systems, and improved implementation strategies. Citing former Director General of the World Health Organization (WHO), Halfdan Mahler, he reiterated that health is not a gift, it must be fought for, expressing optimism that global collaboration and translational science can significantly reduce the burden of neglected diseases. Earlier in his introductory remarks, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Babatunde Kehinde, described the lecture as a landmark academic event and the second inaugural lecture from the Department of Pure and Applied Zoology. He commended Professor Sam Nwobo's distinguished career trajectory from graduate assistant to professor, as well as his contributions to research, teaching, and community service. The Vice-Chancellor also highlighted the lecturer's international engagements, including collaborations with the WHO and participation in major health initiatives across Africa. He noted his success in attracting research grants, mentoring postgraduate students, and contributing to policy development on neglected tropical diseases, describing him as a scholar whose work reflects both academic excellence and societal relevance.